Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial is going to be a short one. This is going to be the little angel ornament I found at a antique store. So I found this one, and she was only $1, and I thought I am going to buy her just because she's cute, one, and two, I can recreate this for you guys to make your own little angel tutorial or angel ornaments. So what I did was I just kind of looked over and figured out what she did to make this. And I could see I needed a tassel and then a little tassel and some pipe cleaners. So here's what I came up with. Now I did glue my arms down because I didn't want them to end up looking like this where they're all kind of wonky. So I did glue mine down, and I didn't use, that's a 5-weight yarn. I didn't want to use something that nice, so I just used some scrap yarn. This is actually an old skein that I found in a bag that I got from a rummage sale. I don't even know what it says. Miracle something. It's all covered up, but I can see a Kmart label. But anyway, I just used this. I've never used these in a project because it smells funny, so I just use it for scrap yarn or like waste yarn on my Addy. Excuse me. But that's what I use. So you're going to need some scrap yarn. And I got 2 gold pipe cleaners. Now I thought about using silver, but I don't know. I liked the gold better. So get you scrap yarn, 2 gold pipe cleaners, or whatever color you want to use. You don't have to use gold. And now I did use, so you guys are gonna laugh, this is my passwords notepad. I needed something that was going to give me a decent length and not too thick, so I used this notepad. You can use any kind of notepad you want, and it doesn't have to be this length, but something close to this width would be perfect. Now, because the length you can just trim it off, right? But the width is what is important because it keeps our strands from being that thick. And it's probably 1/4 of an inch thick. So I would say anywhere, can you guys see that? I'd say anywhere from 1/4 inch to maybe a 1/2 inch might work. So 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch. And it is 7 inches long. Okay? So get you something similar to that, and then, so that's how we make the body tassel, the big, you know, the head, the body, and the dress part of the tassel. The arm tassel, I actually used my 4 fingers because, well, I originally went just this way across my notepad, but it's too big. I needed something, and I needed something that was a little smaller, so I thought, to heck with it, I'm going to try my fingers, and they're about 2.5 inches wide, a little bit longer, 2 3/4 maybe, by about 1/2 inch wide. So it doesn't have to be exactly that dimension, but something similar to that. Maybe your 4 fingers held together like that would work for the arm section. All right, and then I used scissors. I did not use a needle. I don't think you need a needle. Just get you a pair of scissors and pipe cleaner and your yarn. And let's get started. All right, to get started, I'm going to take my yarn. I'm going to set it to the bottom of my notepad. Try to hold this the best I can. And we're going to wrap 50 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. I'm going to bring it back to the bottom, so both of my ends, the beginning and my, well, what's going to be my end, is down here, okay? Now let's cut a piece that's about, I have no idea, 7, 8, 9 inches long. And what we're going to do is run this tail through underneath all of our strands, and we're going to tie it in a knot and bring it to the top as far as we can. So I like to, I don't know if this is an actual knot, or I think what it's called is a square knot, but I'm not 100% sure. But what I know is that you cannot pull this apart. So what I do is I have my left and my right, and I take my left, I take my right over my left, bring the left into the circle, pull it through, and pull tight. So then what I do is I do the same thing, right over my left, left through the circle, and pull it tight. Okay? So now I just pull this off my notepad. Okay. So these are now going to be the little hangers to hang the angel. So we are going to cut another piece, about 6, 7, 8 inches, doesn't matter. And I'm going to lay this piece out just like this. Take the angel, and I'm going to have, you see the parts that are separated? I want them to be laying like this. Okay? So the open sides are right here. And straighten out all my pieces. And now I'm going to take this and bring it up and do the same thing I did at the top. But before I pull that tight, I'm going to make sure I like the way the head is going to be laying. It kind of looks a little lopsided. That's all right. I like that size, so I'm just going to pull this as tight as I can and tie a knot. Okay, so now just let those strings hang because they'll become part of the body now. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a better pair of scissors. Okay, so now I'm going to cut this bottom half off. All I'm going to do is just cut all the loops off. Just right across the bottom. Just like that. All right, so now, all right, so how I make the arms is I take my 4 fingers, where's my, which measure about 2.5 inches, and then the width would probably be about 1/2 inch wide. So that's kind of an idea of what you're going to want to use. And the reason I'm saying this, I have a knot in my yarn, is because I couldn't find anything that I have that's small enough to wrap that comes out with the right size arms. So I just used my 4 fingers. But anyway, we're going to do the same thing like we did with the body. We're going to start with the bottom to the bottom of our work right here. And we're going to wrap 15 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Bring it back to the bottom. Cut. And now we're going to cut another piece about 6 inches. Take that through your strands. And we're going to tie it in a knot, just like we did with the body. Right over the left, left through the hole. Pull tight. Right over the left, left through the hole. Pull tight. All right, now that is going to become our little hands, that knot right there. And it is kind of important that you do the knot like how I just showed you, because no matter how hard you pull on that knot, it's not going to come out. So we can cut these strands close to that knot and not worry about it coming undone. Because the only way these two little strands could come out is if you actually pick the knot apart. If you pull on them, all it's doing is making that knot tighter, so they're not going to come out. All right, so we are going to set this to the side, get your angel back, and make sure the sides are laying to the side, and straighten up your body strands. And I'm just going to wiggle my fingers through here and try to cut the tassel strands, like the body strands, in half. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be perfect, just the best you can. Okay, so we're going to set the loop of strands that's going to be our arms, set it right on top of there with the knot to the top, and then I'm going to run these body strands back through the arm strands. Make sure you get them all. Just like that. Now I'm going to pull them up nice and tight. And then we're going to take another strand, about a good 9 inches or so. Slide her to the side. Set this just like that. And now I'm going to lay her on top of this little strand with the strand under her arms. And then we are going to tie this into another knot. So I'm going to go right over left, left through the hole, and tie it tight. And do that again. Right over the left, left through the hole, and pull it tight. And then the strands can become part of our body. Oh, dang it. I wanted that to the back. Well, poop. I can do this. Pop her head through there. There. Now that knot's to the back. Now, if you notice, your arms have some strands that need to be cut. You should have 2 more strands in there from the beginning and the end of us wrapping. You can just go ahead and snip them off. I'm going to straighten up these tails. Give her a little bit of a shape. Okay. Now we are going to get our wings and our halo. So I actually popped these off of an angel that I was trying to figure out how to make this. So that's why they're already made. So I'm going to go ahead and do this with some silver ones I have laying here, because I don't have any gold left. So what I'm going to do to make the little halo is I'm just going to wrap it around my finger real loose, cut, and then take these 2 ends and just wrap them around the main long piece just to make a little circle. So there's our halo. And now for the wings, I'm going to take a whole pipe cleaner. Don't use the one you just cut. And what I'm going to do is lay it out flat. Make sure it's straight-ish. It's okay if it's got a bit of a bend to it. And I'm going to put my finger right in the center. And then take the right tail and bring it down to the right side of my finger. I'll hold that, put my finger back there. Bring this left side to the left side of my finger and make sure it's somewhat even. And then I just bring those 2 ends together. And I want to take the edge, the ends right here, just take it a tad bit past the, like the main part of the pipe cleaner, and then I just pinch them past. I just pinch them over that edge, just like that. And then you can finish it off. And that's how you get your little wings. So then I just take a little bit of fabric tack, bring her back, turn her over. Well, I'm going to do the halo first. So I put my hanging pieces through the halo, And I want to kind of keep the knot that I shouldn't say the knot, the part that's tied together of the pipe cleaner to the back of the angel. Just like that. So I'm going to take my fabric tack. Of course, that's a mess. It's slow moving. That's about, oh, there it is. All right. And I'm just going to put a stub of fabric tack right there. Set the halo on it. And let that dry. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my wings and I'm going to run a bead, dropped it, across the bottom part of that pipe cleaner right there. Turn it over and put that on her back, and then put something heavy on there to let that dry. So I'm gonna let this set for a good, I don't know, good 4 or 5 minutes to make sure it dries good. So I'm gonna let mine dry and I'll be right back. Okay, so the wings and the halo are dried. Now I'm going to go ahead and add just a tad bit of glue to her hands just so they stay where I want them. But what I'm going to do first is take her finger knot, pull that to the top nice and tight, and then bring it back down and then kind of straighten it up a bit. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and just add a little daub. I'm going to add it, of course, dang it. I'm going to add it to the knot and then put it on the body tassels. And then put my glasses case back on top of it. Okay, there we go. So it's going to lay just like that. And set it. Okay. I'm gonna take my glasses case, one last adjustment, and set it there. Okay. Now I'm gonna let that dry. I'll be right back. Of course, a train comes as soon as I start this. Alright, so that's been setting for a little bit, so it's good and dry. Now the last thing is I'm going to tie a little knot, just like I have been, in these two strands. So I'm going to take right over left, left through the hole. Pull it just a little bit. Now I'm going to take the right over the left through the hole. And pull tight. Now here's a good example of what I was telling you guys, how this knot, no matter how hard you pull, it only gets tighter. It doesn't come undone. Well, the yarn stretches, but it's gonna pop if I pull it any harder. Okay, so we can go ahead and snip these ends. I don't know where that went. And there you go. There is our angel tree ornament. Adorable. So that, like I said, this is the one I found, and then here's the one I made from looking at this one. Like, this one was only $1. How could I not get that and make a tutorial for you guys to make your own little angel ornaments? Here's another one I made. Adorable. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it's a short little tutorial, but I wanted to get this out before Christmas so you can put some angels on your Christmas trees or your doors or wherever you want to hang one. Alright guys, as always, you are the greatest. You know that. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't. Turn on your notifications so you get notified for all the videos I post. And check out that description box. I got all kinds of stuff in there for you guys. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.